Really is pretty good, right? But their kids are all going to private schools. Now, sometimes people say, well, that's because they don't get paid very much. I hear this even in this country, right? So we've done some further surveys where we looked at the question, what is the relationship between salaries in the private schools and salaries in the public schools? And by private schools, I don't mean the prestige schools. I mean some community schools run by NGOs. And basically, the public school salaries, if you take in all the benefits and everything else, are about 4 times the private school salary. Furthermore, and this is where the monitoring comes in, we did something else slightly cheeky, which is we looked at what is the relationship between teacher salaries and absentee rates. And in the private schools, not surprisingly, you find that the salary goes down as the absentee rates go up. In the public schools, it's the reverse. The public school, the salary goes up. The higher the salary, the higher is the absentee rate. Now, this, if you think about it for a minute, it makes sense. Coming back to your assistants. The person who's absent the most is the principal, because there's no one monitoring him. The principal himself is monitoring the teachers. And the junior teachers don't dare be absent because but they're the ones getting paid the least. But the principal's gone, and nobody can do anything about it. Right? So this is a fundamental problem with the public sector of inability to monitor, even at a level of decentralization down to the school. In health, the problem is worse. The absentee rate for doctors, remember the absentee rate for teachers was about 25%. The average absentee rate for doctors is about 40% in these clinics. Remember I showed you the clinics are distributed more or less equally across the different income groups. But it doesn't help to get the money there if the doctor's not there. It's actually worse than that, because when the doctor is, sorry, I forgot. So we've done these surveys now in a few MENA countries as well, including Egypt. In Egypt, the absentee rates of health facility staff is about 32%. So it's about a third of the time. A little better than India, but not much. But it's really quite serious in Egypt, where you've got a private sector that, and you know, when you're desperate, when your kid is sick, you're desperate, and the doctor's not in the public clinic, you go to the private the private clinic, and some of these doctors are unqualified, and also they charge a lot of money because they know